I'm building a structure nearly 2 meters high and weighing over 100 kilograms. It will depict one of our worst behaviors, and you'll see what it is. Singapore, a food paradise. And hawker centres are where people go to get the most delicious fare. But there is an unsavoury side to our culinary heaven. This.
I know. This isn't exactly a new problem. And we've done everything from national campaigns to poster reminders. In fact, we've even resorted to having tray return ambassadors. But this still happens. We leave behind our trays along with the cutleries and very often used tissues too. In this special two-part episode of Talking Point, I find out what it will take for Singaporeans to return our food trays.
I'm starting my journey at this hawker centre in central Singapore. I'm here to meet head of the Hawker Association, Tang Sing Chew. As hawker chairman, he is the hawker's liaison to the government, and he's at its wit's end when it comes to getting Singaporeans to return their trays.
碗盘归还情况在你们的熟食中心是怎样的呢？
顾客里面只有10个里面大概会有2个到3个会归还。
那么在这里，你们尝试过用什么方法去督促食客归还他们的碗碟呢？
第一，我们有经过那个广告布条，还有广告的 poster， 我们还有通过那些清洁员工劝导他们吃完的时候归还碗盘。
这些方法有没有成效呢？
不是很好的，效果不是很好。尤其是在中午午餐的时候，情况会比较糟一点。
To show me just how bad our dining etiquette is, Mr. Tang is throwing me into the deep end.
这是我的制服吗？
对，你是制服。
OK， 很好，我非常期待，谢谢你。
加油！
是要加油，是要加油。
Mr. Tang wants me to be a cleaner for 4 hours. Worse, I've been assigned to take on the centre's most hectic shift, lunch hour. Lucky for me, I'm paired with one of the centre's most experienced cleaners. 45-year-old Chia Siu Kian has been cleaning up after diners for 6 years, and she's giving me the 101 on tray clearing before I start my shift.
可以来开始。
现在我们是先要把这些碗盘还回店里面去。这一家呢是在这一边的板面
OK，
然后这一个呢是山瑞这一间的
OK，
然后这一间呢就是炒米粉的那一边的
OK，
这个是咖喱鸡了，是在属于这一边的咖喱鸡，然后这一个是鱼圆面是属于这一家的。
OK， 我相信我是记不了的。I'm supposed to remember where all these things belong, which stalls they belong to, and where I'm supposed to return them. I think I'm gonna have to be really hands-on to remember.
Each stall has its own designated plates, bowls, and I didn't realize that my job involved having to collect the trays and crockery from the tray return station or from the tables and return them to the respective stalls.
要给你这一个3块布了哈，这一个是抹桌子的咯，清除肮脏的那些残余物。
OK， 就是比如说桌子上面有很多食物的残留，要抹的话就用绿色。OK，
这个是属于消毒的咯。
消毒。
这一个是属于移植的咯。
移植的。OK。
Turns out, cleaning is a lot more complicated than it looks.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna have to keep the trays and remember exactly which stall I have to return the trays to. I cannot remember anything as of now, okay?
I've been assigned an area covering just 5 stalls. But minutes into lunchtime, I'm already feeling overwhelmed. Along with trays, we are leaving behind our used crockery.
That's a full bowl of noodles. I was going to go in and clear them. Oh wait, I forgot to wipe the tables. Okay, let's try if I can get this right. I think this one belongs to here. Let me check.
Everywhere I go, I see trays left behind on tables. It's clear there is a tray return crisis, and I want to understand why.
So, can I ask why is it that you haven't cleared your table? There's a tray return station there. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Okay, so do you commonly not return?
I guess it's not a Singaporean thing yet. I need time to get into this.
So how best do you think we can get Singaporeans to be used to it?
Yeah, I guess this helps. You got me.
So speaking to you in front of the camera helps,
Yeah,
is it?
you got me.
Uncle, 你的那个托盘还有碗碟需要归还啊，其实很多新加坡人都不习惯哦，好像有一点不习惯那个碗碟归还啊，托盘归还，为什么是这样呢？你认为？
是赶时间啊。
哦，赶时间。那我想请问你，刚才这边有很多碗碟，是你自己清理的，还是他那个清洁工清理的？
清理的，应该是不用自己清理了，有人帮你清理。
Excuse me, ma'am. Can I ask why haven't you returned your plates and your bowls? Are you aware that we're supposed to return the plates and the bowls?
Yeah.
No. So, why haven't you done that?
I want to go to the supermarket first.
You want to go to the supermarket first,
Yeah.
so you're going to leave it here for the cleaner.
Yeah.
I've only been a cleaner for 4 hours, and let me tell you, it is exhausting. Not only do I have to clean and disinfect the tables because of the pandemic, I also have to sort and return the trays and the crockeries according to the different stalls quickly. So when customers don't return their trays and their crockeries, it is really additional responsibility for the cleaners.
The thing is, a recent survey done by the Singapore Management University reveals that 1 in 3 think it's a cleaner's job to return food trays. At the end of the shift, I sit my cleaning buddy, Madam Chia, down for a quick chat.
当你鼓励食客归还他们的托盘的时候，他们有些什么样的反应？
遇到不好的 customer， 就是我们叫他归回碗盘的时候，他们会非常的没有礼貌，会大小声的骂我们哦。请你们这些人来做什么？请你们这些清洁工来做什么？我们都帮你做了，那你们要做些什么？
你同意这样的说法吗？
不同意咯，因为如果是讲他们归回碗盘的时候，我们还要帮他清理桌子。还要把那些食物清理干净，会减轻我们的负担哦，让食客有更多的桌子可以坐了。
My stint as a cleaner has shown me how we overburden our cleaners when we habitually leave our trays and cutlery behind. I wonder what will happen if we let cleaners focus on their core jobs instead of returning our trays and crockery for us. I'm conducting a social experiment, but it's going to take some effort to set this up.
我最大的顾虑就是小贩的收入受影响。
今天没有收完，这样我们来吃东西，他不收，我们怎么吃啊？
I'm on a mission to investigate our tray return crisis. With an ongoing pandemic, I'm worried that the problem goes beyond a lack of social grace. Lunchtime debris I had to clear include spat out food remnants and wads of used tissue paper left behind. Are we unnecessarily putting our cleaners and other diners at risk by not returning trays? Dr. Matthew Chua is a public health researcher for over 5 years. He's going to tell me all about the nasty germs that lurk on our food trays.
Hi, Matthew.
Hi, Diana.
I see you're eating your food on a food tray.
Yes.
How can food trays be vectors for transmission of diseases?
Food trays can actually carry bacteria like E. coli, Salmonella from the previous host, and then this can actually transmit to the next person touching it without protection. So the main symptoms of salmonella will be vomiting and also severe diarrhea to a point of dehydration sometimes. And this could be life-threatening to many people. And not to mention, okay, this is only one of the myriad of diseases you can get, including COVID-19. Secondly, we do not know whether birds or animals have come in and actually feast on the leftovers and therefore transmit bird-borne viruses or bacteria or animal-borne viruses or bacteria onto the utensils and on the tray. And this will actually unknowingly lead to the next person touching it.
So from a public health perspective, what would you like to see?
We should eat over the tray, and then once we have done with it, we should return the tray.
If we don't return our food trays, we risk infecting others with nasty diseases and viruses. Perhaps the obstacle to ingraining our tray return habit is our cleaners. How bad is our reliance on cleaners? What happens if we force people to clean up after themselves? Well, I'm going to conduct a social experiment.
It's just before lunchtime at this two-story hawker centre located in central Singapore.
谢谢你们参与我们的实验。所以呢，基本上呢，今天在 lunch hour， 所有的清洁工都不可以帮你们的食客归还那个托盘。所以你们一定要克制自己，一定要有 self control， 不要帮他们归还那个托盘。
Their job today is to simply sanitize the tables and clear the tray return stations. It's something they are not used to.
你们不用担心，我们尽量的帮你们。所以像这样的一个告示牌 ，OK， 基本上告示牌上面呢是已经说明了，今天清洁工们是不会帮你们清理你们的托盘的，好不好？3个钟，我们要看看到底食客们会不会自己归还托盘。 那我的第二点呢，就是那你们可以做什么呢？你们还是可以走来走去的。你们的工作呢是限制于用你们的那个消毒液来消毒横抹桌子。
如果那些客人没有拿那个 bowl and tray to return 啊，他们要不要过去吗？
如果食客没有归还托盘的，你们不可以碰。Mr. Tan， 你最大的顾虑是什么呢？
我最大的顾虑就是小贩的收入受影响。 因为当顾客他们来到这边看到满桌子的碗盘，他们可能会离开，间接我们瞬间我们的生意会受到影响。
To prepare diners at this hawker centre, I've set up banners and posters all around the hawker centre to serve as reminders that cleaners will not be clearing trays.
Every stakeholder seemed to me a little bit nervous, but understandably so, because this social experiment is a bit of a leap of faith for them. The truth is, we don't know what to expect, whether the diners will rise to the occasion, so we'll have to see.
But it didn't take long for trouble to brew.
刚才你进来的时候发生了什么事呢？
我们要吃掉收完，他说今天没有收完。这样我们来吃东西，他不收，我们怎么吃？好了，人家吃了，我们来收完，哪里可以？
Many ended up sitting next to piles of rubbish. Cleaners tried to remind people to return their trays.
We got asked our cleaners to nudge the patron to do tray return, but they got abused before.
What do you mean when you say they get abused?
Scolding maybe by some vulgarities. Then they will say something like, I pay for the food, why must I help you to return?
Okay, so when they get scolded by these customers, what's the worst that can happen to your cleaners?
They will resign, they will not come to work without informing us. That's why right now, all my cleaners are afraid of asking patrons to do tray return.
It's not just the diners. I noticed the stall holders also getting frustrated.
我当然是不开心啊！我有客人来，没有人地方坐，我真的很生气。
I am doing something unprecedented at this hawker centre in central Singapore. I have told cleaners not to clear the trays and used crockery from the tables, essentially not to clean up after us. There were a fair share of irate customers, and to my surprise, stall holders too.
你好像很不开心。
我当然是不开心啊！我有客人来，没有人地方坐，那我怎么做生意？现在是 lunch hour 嘞，我要钱的嘞，我要给租金的嘞，你这样做我没办法了。那么那些老人家，你叫他自己拿去收碗，也是不可能的。
这样，如果我们可以教育食客自己还，可以吗？
真的走不通，因为新加坡的年轻人、老人家不要讲年轻人，没有人走得通。你叫他收，他看着你。我那把就看得了，走不通的，我真的很生气，因为你看，现在我没有生意。
OK，息怒。OK， 我帮你 clear，OK，I clear the tray for you.
He's right. Dirty tables are just about everywhere. I had to call the experiment to a temporary halt and allow the cleaning crew to clear up the mess. This happened not once, but 7 times. After lunch, I met up with Bobby Chu again. I wanted to know how badly his business was affected by my experiment.
我们做那个 social experiment 的时候，你的生意有受到影响吗？
当然有了。
多少？%多少
？60。
哇，有没有那么夸张？
真的，客人来到，没位接啊，行了。那怎么办？你要知道，吃饭的时间只有3个钟头，3个钟头黄金时间。
尤其是在午餐时间哈，清洁工们呢，应该在最短的时间内把你的托盘啊、碗碟啊归还到你的摊位。
如果不归还，没有碗啊。
所以就要靠我们国人自己来回归啊。
没有办法，我们已经定根了。现在我们已经习惯了，摊主也好，顾客也好。那些老人家来收碗也好，也是习惯了。
如果说新加坡人愿意尝试自己多回归那个托盘跟碗碟，你会愿意给新加坡人一个机会吗？
过了2代才可以，现在还不可以。真的，这个要过2代。现在的教育上要教这孩子去收碗啊，那新加坡才可以行动。
Up till now, I only thought that cleaners had to clear food trays because diners expect them to. But it seems that pressure is also coming from stall owners who need their trays to be returned quickly. But my experiment did produce some results. As I find out from the cleaning supervisor, there was an uptake of people returning their trays.
As a supervisor, from your observation, do you think the tray success rate has improved today?
Yes, improved a lot for today. I think the rate is around 40%. Normal day, like just 10% of days.
Would you like to tell your workers to repeat the experiment? Is it worth it?
Not worth to get me scolded by the customer. We are not paid to let people scold or something like that. But it's the job we have to tolerate.
It's clear that some Singaporeans are willing to clear our own trays when there's no one else clearing after us. I mean, 40% tray return rate up from 10% isn't bad at all. But it did come at a painful cost to our cleaners. I saw for myself just how upset not just the diners but also the stall holders can be. So I need to find another way to get Singaporeans to return their trays and used crockery. There are no available statistics on how many unreturned food trays are generated at hawker centres across Singapore. So I commissioned my own survey. I sent 10 surveyors from the National University of Singapore to 5 hawker centres across the island. I asked them to record how many unreturned trays and crockery they saw within one peak hour lunch period. The results that came back are shocking. Well, I've got the results of the survey across just 5 hawker centres. Let's see. On average, oh wow, on average, more than 300 trays are unreturned in 1 hour.
To make a change, I think I need to show Singaporeans the scale of the problem. I managed to get in touch with a visual artist to help me out.
It looks weird, it looks disorganized, but this is what the fact is. We have a lot of uncollected trays.
Audrey Ng is going to show us how massive the issue really is. I've gathered 300 used trays and crockery from a hawker centre and we'll be creating a massive structure from this. Audrey wants to add a special touch to the piece, using concrete hand casts of cleaners to remind people of our reliance on them.
Hello. Hi.
So I've also brought Madam Chia along to help us.
你的手的姿势需要这样子，就是好像在拖着土环的，对，就是这个手势。我们需要待上10分钟。还酸吗？Woohoo! Yes, we are done.
It's been a month since I started this mission to get Singaporeans to return our food trays. And while I started off thinking this was a simple problem to solve, I've come to realize the complexities involved. But I am not deterred.
I'm hoping this will push Singaporeans into action. I'm calling it our Tower of Shame.
How does that make you feel?
Scared.
It's quite shocking also, actually.
And I'm going to devise a solution to get diners to return their trays, this time involving technology.
Please return your tray.
Quite noisy, huh?
Oh, okay.
I don't know what is it for.
Can you guess what it is for?